So welcome to ProBiz Team Zoom, guys. Tonight's going to be a special night that we're going to have every single month, okay? We're going to have a Meet the Owners Zoom call. First time ever, as far as I'm aware, that this has ever been done. It's going to be a Meet the Owners Zoom call once a month for our team in the UK and Europe. Obviously the US and Canada as well. Anyone wants to come in the team. And they're going to, Amy and Dave, they're going to focus on products and things like that as we go on over the months. But obviously tonight we've got Amy Venner on. Amy is obviously the co-founder and chief operations officer of Purium. Now, Amy is one of the most amazing and one of the most empowered people I've ever seen in my life. When me and Pete's met Amy twice live, and she is absolutely amazing. You can love her. She's inspirational, and we are getting her over to the UK next year. She's coming over to the UK. We just decided that. So I'd just like to introduce Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on tonight. And this is only my second Zoom, so please forgive my technical difficulties here by moving around the screen.
No problems at all. So what we're going to do tonight, Amy, we've got a couple of questions set up for you to talk about a couple of things. And then if it's okay with you, we'll open it up to if anybody else has got any questions for you, if that's okay.
Yeah, awesome. That'd be great.
Brilliant. So my main man, Pete, I know you've got a question to ask Amy to start us off.
Oh yeah. Hi, Amy. It's great having you on. It was great having you on last night as well. A good chat, or the night before last. I can't remember when it was actually. No, it was last night. Yeah. So I had a question that I've been asked actually quite a bit, and I know that you would be the woman for the right answer, the right information. It's all about women's empowerment, about helping women to empower each other, how to empower themselves, how to recognize opportunities, maybe outlets that they're not necessarily seeing themselves. Because I know for us guys, like we have our mentors as well, and it's easy for us to see like the gyms and stuff like that, but sometimes we miss things and people have to point it out to us. And I think for someone like yourself that's at the top, that knows where all the best places to go, maybe you can give some ideas and just talk about what's happening with women's empowerment at the moment within Purium and the industry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's been a really awesome year for me, because I've really stepped into my leadership role, and it was really awesome. I don't know if you remember at the convention, we used to say our acronym for David Litt, myself, and Dave Sandoval was DAD, D-A-D, for Dave, Amy, and Dave. And so Dave Sandoval, just out of the blue at the convention, says, let's change that to Amy, David, David, because this business is led by women. You guys are two men, but the field organization is primarily women, and really women make the primary buying decisions of the household, especially for day-to-day things. Like I remember in my household growing up, my dad got involved in houses and cars, and my mom did everything else, and so we really feel like Purium obviously is for everyone, but it's really the women that are leading the business, because they're making the buying decisions for the home, and bringing in a second stream of income is totally normal. I mean, most women, they want to work, they want to provide a stream of income for the home, as well as we have that nurturing side of us. So we want to take time to have time with our children, and go to the school activities and go to the sporting events and things like that. And so there's this kind of balance that has to take place. Like, can we go out and take that powerful job and still be able to be there for our children? And the beautiful thing with Purium, and I've seen this repeated over and over and over here in the States, is that you can. You don't have to give up on your dreams of wanting to make an impact in the world. You don't have to give up on dreams of bringing solid income into your family, because with Purium, you can do that all at the same time. You can do that by sharing what we know about whole foods and high quality nutrition, and you can do it at the places that you're going all the time. You're going, where do we go? We go to the market because we buy groceries for the family. There's people at the market that we can talk to, that we can share, what we know now with those people. We take our kids to school. We get involved in school functions. I feel like I almost have a second full-time job with my volunteering at my kids' school, that there's a whole group of parents there that you can share with. If we have the time to take care of ourselves and we go get our nails done or we go get our hair done, there is a whole group of people in the service industry that we can share this knowledge with as well. Because I feel like, for the longest time, even when I was growing up as a child, nutrition was not a part of our family conversation. It wasn't, we ate a lot of meat and potatoes where I'm from. And so I had some health challenges as a young person, and it just wasn't in my consciousness. It wasn't in my parents' consciousness to talk about that. And so what I feel really strongly with the Million Mom movement, with Purium in general, is that now that we know, because when you don't know what you don't know, it's really hard to make the best decision that you can when you're not informed. But you know what? I feel like that we know now. This group of people, our Purium family, our Platinum family, we know now. And so I feel, I've dedicated 22 years, I believe, of my life to getting out there and teaching this mission. And I feel convicted in my heart every day to get out there and to share this message with people, because to help them make better informed decisions. And so everywhere we go with our kids, everywhere we go for services for ourselves, that's an opportunity of someone who just might not know. And I really feel like it's my responsibility, and I feel like this group of people in our Platinum and Purium family, that they feel like it's their responsibility too. And it's so empowering when you can share this with someone and you can make such a difference in their lives, whether it be on the health side or whether you can share the financial opportunity to give them freedom. Because I believe that, no matter what is going on in politics here. I know you guys had some rocky political stuff earlier. We just had some interesting political stuff go on. But no matter what is going on in politics, I believe that we deserve freedom of health. We deserve freedom of our finances, and we deserve freedom of time. And the wonderful thing about Platinum here is that we can bring that all together, and you can have all three. And when you start to experience all three, if that's not empowerment, I'm not sure what is.
Yeah, do you know what? We can really resonate with that, Amy. Everything you said there, that the health and the freedom side of it, I think, is a big part for people. And do you know what? Network marketing in the UK and Europe has taken a real hit over the last couple of decades. It's been looked at as taboo. But with Purium coming into this game and bringing in such phenomenally high quality, clean foods, and the mission that you and Dave have brought with it, and when people see you and Dave live, and I know most of the guys have seen you and Dave live in some form in the last couple of years, it really hits home that you're not just in this to make money, you're in this to change lives and to actually help people make money to change their lives and make them healthy, make other people healthy. And that's one of the main reasons I actually came on board with Purium, was because of your mission statements. And I know Pete and I know a few other guys are the same. So yeah, thanks for that. That was really good, Amy. So in June, Dave and David come over and you released the kids' products over here. And so we're just getting into the frame of how to use these kids' products. And personally, there's been some great things going on with a couple of kids in my family alone, using things like the Kids Focus. Could you maybe do two things? Give us any ideas about what results people are seeing in North America with the kids' products, with their kids, be it in school, be it with ADHD, anything at all. And can you tell us about what's going on with the Million Mom movement? Because I think you're starting to revamp it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. So we're super excited that the kids' products got released in Europe. So they've been out a little over a year now here in the US, and absolutely amazing results are coming in. You know, the most testimonials, the most heartfelt testimonials that I've heard do happen to be on the In Focus. And I know you guys call it Focus and Platinum Focus. We're getting letters in from kids that have behavior issues, kids that didn't feel like they were fitting in at school and they were acting out and they were ending up in the principal's office quite often. And, you know, the parent was just waiting for the phone to ring. And there's this one parent that gave a testimonial, and she literally was in tears because she said, this product gave my son a chance. Because I'm sorry, I get kind of emotional sometimes, but you know, you never want to see a child get left behind in school. And sometimes the kids, when they can't focus and they don't behave, and then they just get pushed to the side and they're just the problem kid. And so there was this mom that said she was just used to getting a call from the teacher and her child was really getting left behind. And now with using the In Focus, he's not on prescription medication and he's actually assimilating in with the class phenomenally. So it's like, that's a child that, you know, if a child gets left behind in school, what's going to happen to them as an adult? And that's this child that we were able to save and to keep off prescription medication. So that it's truly inspirational. And the same with nutrition, although it may not be as profound or it may not be as quick, but if you get the baseline of nutrition into children's diets, their outlook changes, their mental focus changes, their clarity changes, their ability to perform on their sports teams. I mean, I'm not sure over there, but I know the kids over here are just diehard into sports. I'm sure they are there too. And it's just, they can perform at their utmost. So it's like we say to people all the time, do you want to be the best that you can be? Well, you know, I don't really think we were put on this earth just to survive through life. I think we were put on this earth to thrive in our life. And, you know, we've got to feed our body the right quality nutrients because our bodies are very miraculous things. And, you know, when you're a child, the not so great food may not show as much of an impact as it does as we get older. But you know what? It's those accumulation. If you have processed foods from the time you're little all the way into your 20s, they may not affect you at all. You know, for me, it started affecting me as a teenager when I began to get acne. You know, but maybe it doesn't affect someone until they're in their 20s or maybe their 30s. But you know what? That accumulation of all those processed foods. So if we can set our kids on the right nutritional foundation by giving them the greens, which is the nutrition drink, which is so high in chlorella. It has the chlorella growth factor that feeds and nourishes their bodies while they're growing and growing and growing. I mean, it's actually very hard on their little bodies. You hear growing pains. I mean, that's not just a made up thing. And it's a real thing because it takes so much energy to grow. And so the nutrition drink has what's called the chlorella growth factor is a main component of the chlorella. That's why Dave chose it as the primary ingredient. Also, chlorella is an amazing heavy metal chelator. And so heavy metals are a real concern in our food supply and in our water supply. And if you eat fish, you know, if you eat the big fish from the ocean, they have heavy metals. And so in a child, that heavy metal can become more concentrated because they don't have as much body weight. They don't have as much mass. And so that to chelate those heavy metals out of the body at a more rapid pace is really important as well as supporting the growth. And the protein drink is great. The protein drink is awesome because kids are active. You know, they need the protein for their mind because we know that their brains are growing at a rapid pace and they're learning at such a rapid pace. So they need that good quality protein, you know, for their brain development, as well as our kids that are athletes or that are out there playing their hearts out in the neighborhoods at the park. You know, they need to be replenished. And kids, I mean, I know kids over here, they love their carbs, so whether they're eating their potatoes or whether they're eating their mac and cheese, I'm not sure, but my kids, they love their carbs. And so I do kind of struggle with protein, and I don't want to give them a fried chicken nugget or something like that just to get them protein. So the protein drink is awesome because it's a really great chocolatey flavor. They usually never complain about that, and you can feel really good that they're getting those macronutrients, that protein that they need. So we've had some really great success stories with the kids' products here.
How about the Million Mom movement, Amy?
The Million Mom movement. So I'm on day 9 of a cleanse, so I do apologize. I'm a little emotional and maybe a little dingy. So thank you for the reminder. So the Million Mom movement, that is a real passion and, calling for me. And we've been putting a lot of time and effort into revamping it so it actually has some more tangible resources, because it's been a great idea for 2 or 3 years. And we said, we need to make this actually tangible, because there's so many people that want to talk to their kids about nutrition, want to talk to their families about nutrition, and they're not quite sure where to start. There's a lot of people that want to approach maybe, other moms at school, moms in the play group, moms on the sports team, but they don't want to go in like they're just 100% selling. So the Million Mom movement is a really great way to educate yourself and learn how to educate others. And of course, we believe in chemical-free, preservative-free, GMO-free. We have a pledge that you can take and says, let's go look at our pantries and let's pledge to not support the food industry that poisons us with these chemicals that they put in just to prolong shelf life and really cheapen the process and make an extra dollar. Let's pledge not to do that and vote with our pounds. vote with our economic ability, every time that we go to the store. And so, of course, all the Purium products meet the Million Mom movement criteria. But the Million Mom movement is not just about Purium. The Million Mom movement is really a place that you can go in a community where you can take action, you can learn talking points. Doesn't matter where you are on your journey of learning about nutrition, if you're brand new, if you don't know anything, or you're highly advanced and maybe you've been a vegetarian, vegan, or raw foodist for years and years, it's a safe place to come, because we always believe here that, we want to nudge people into a healthier lifestyle, because the minute we begin to judge them, because maybe we're more advanced down, our journey or our path than they are, we're going to lose them. And so there's a saying that I really like. It's from Mother Teresa. It says, if you judge someone, you lose the ability to love them. And so, this mission for Dave and I, it's about the love of humanity and, helping people be the best they absolutely can be. So the Million Mom movement is a great place to get basic nutritional information, talking points for conversation starters. So we've updated the website. We have a nice new look on the website. So everyone can go to millionmommovement.org. So that's millionmommovement.org. You can join, you can click on the UK flag, and you can see, I think we have very few people who've joined so far in the UK, so we'd love to get that number up. So go to millionmommovement.org. You can join the Million Mom Movement by putting an email address in there. It'll get you on a system. There's a 52-week email series that starts out with very basic, just like how to read a label. Now, I do apologize. They will be kind of geared for the U.S. labeling laws, but I think it'll have a lot of applicable information, and that's only the first blog post. So there's a blog that's coming out every week. You can read the blog. There's also recipes, so it's a great way to catalog the recipes. So it's an easy place to find them when you're looking for a family-friendly or a kid-friendly or maybe a sports activity recipe that you can incorporate your Platinum products in. So please log in, please join and get yourself signed up. up on that email series. Also, if you have little ones, there's an activity sheet for kids that's attached to each of the emails. And so you can print those out. It's a downloadable PDF printout that you can do the activities with your kids. And so again, it's a teaching mechanism. There's a word search, there's coloring. And so it really gets the kids involved. You can also use the sheets if you're having a party at your house to keep the kids busy at the kids table while the adults, have a platinum Purium healthy happy hour party.
Absolutely awesome, yeah. Do you know what? We got some people on the call tonight, they got kids, but even the people on the call without kids, that actually really inspires me from the fact of taking this to my family and saying, listen, go to the millionmommovement.com and you know what? .org, sorry, and it doesn't even matter if you're doing anything with Purium, just go on there.
Just go on there.
Yeah.
Just go on there. Yeah, absolutely. So, we feel like the Million Mom Movement can be an excellent gateway. Maybe somebody's not quite ready to jump into the business, but introduce them to the Million Mom Movement. Give them that gift of the Million Mom Movement, and maybe it will help pique their interest. Maybe we can provide some love and some education to get them moving on their nutritional journey. So then the next time you see them, maybe they will be ready. But we can give them some love and some education in the meantime.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Pete?
Sorry, I was just taking off mute there. Yeah, excellent. Sorry, I've kind of like, Andy, is there something that you wanted me to do? You're on mute.
No, it's okay, mate. I thought you had something to say. It doesn't matter. No. Okay.
No. Yeah.
If that's it, what we'd like to do, if that's okay with you, Amy, is open it up to questions.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, if anybody has got any questions, use Amy. She's here. She is the co-founder. She is the co-owner. She is the head of the Million Mom Movement. This is one of the people that you want to speak to. Does anyone get any questions for her? If you try to unmute.
Andy, can I come in, please?
Of course, yeah.
Amy, I'd like to ask you about the kids movement, as I've got a kid myself, about approaching other adults. How can I approach them that it doesn't come across as a sales perspective, that it comes across not as a sales pitch?
Well, I have actually found that leading with the Million Mom Movement is a great way to come across as not being salesy. And, there's a lot of people at school, they're in my social group and things, and I don't want to come across like I'm selling, all the time. And so having, if you have a play date, we call them play dates here where the kids meet up, or if you go to the park together and the parents are there, what I do oftentimes is I will mix up cherry lemonade. So I'll take a pot of cherry, I'll mix it with some lemonade, and then I'll just give it, out to anybody that's there. The kids are thirsty from playing, or maybe you can add ionic elements if there's a sporting event involved and it's a nice recovery drink, or, you could make energy bites with some of the products. So I use demonstration, and I'm bringing a goodie to the play date, or I'm offering a snack to the kids as a way to kind of come in and, sorry, you can't see me there, and start a conversation with people without it looking like I'm just trying to sign them up. So if you lead with the education, if you lead with, are you familiar with, GMOs, or what, the danger of chemicals in food, and look, we don't eat XYZ. I make these great little, nutrition energy bites versus having cookies, for snack. And it's a really nice conversation starter where you can lead in and kind of share your testimonial about what's going on for you and your family and the nutrition. And it's not as salesy, if you will.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you know, that's a really, really good point, because myself included, a lot of people come into this business, and because I didn't know much about network marketing, only the bad stuff, I thought I've got to be salesy. I don't want to be salesy. And these are great things to ask Amy and anybody else who's on who have been in this industry for a long, long time. And they're great questions to ask because everybody's a salesman. Okay, everybody is a salesman in some way. But what we don't want to do is give that salesy pitch because it's coming from our heart what we're doing. So yeah, that was brilliant, Amy. Anybody else have any questions?
I forgot about the gift card. You know, the gift card is a great way to just leave it as a gift. I want to share this with you. You know, go to the Million Mom Movement, check out what I'm thinking about, and if these products, you know, feel like that it would help bring that lifestyle into your home and make it easier and convenient than juicing, you know, or begging your kids to eat vegetables. You know, here's a $50 gift card to try something.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Oh, I keep saying dollar. I'm sorry. It's euro.
That's okay. We'll forgive you that, Amy. You're okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions for Amy?
I have a question, Amy. Do you guys have like weekly calls or support for the Million Mom Movement over in the States?
We don't have calls yet. There's a little video. There's a couple videos out on the website that are new. You can log into those. But we are starting to do some video blogging. So right now it's mainly just text and written information and the kids' activity sheets that are coming out weekly. But we do have some plans to do some video blogging releases as well.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about because I know what we'll want, and I'm sure that the women will want is some kind of support as well, some kind of like weekly updates and what's going on, new information or stuff like that. And I was just wondering if you guys had it over there. Was it going to be implemented over in Europe anytime soon? But you've just cleared that up.
We're just getting it started, and it would probably be more like video releases because there's so many calls scheduled already. But we actually do have a Million Mom Movement YouTube channel, and then where we can just release out the link weekly. And so hopefully we'll get that started here at the beginning of the year as we go into 2017.
Okay, and are the videos in the US back office? Or are they on the front office?
They're on the Million Mom Movement website, and they should be on the US back office.
Okay.
But you definitely can find them on the Million Mom Movement website.
Okay. It's just so we know it's just so we can find them, so we know now where we can go and have a look. And because I know my mom and I've got sisters that have kids and stuff like that, and in communities that will want to see it for sure. At least have a look at it. And like you said, like Aileen made a great point about, and it won't sound pitchy. It will just sound like it's a movement.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I will check into getting those videos added to the UK back office because my gut tells me they're not there yet, but I could get them added.
Cool.
Fantastic. Any questions?
Any more questions? No questions. I'll throw out another one, a little bit off topic, just while we have a few people on the call and while we have the owner on the call. Anything new coming or developing for 2017 that you can officially say? Kind of not like, oh no, I can't say that yet, but kind of tidbits.
Now you put me on the spot.
You don't have to say. So you can just say, there is stuff coming up, but you have to, wait.
There is definitely stuff coming up. I think, one thing that Dave and I are very excited about is we are a little behind the times ourselves in technology and, using, video technology and Zoom and things like that. But we are working hard to get somebody to get us up to speed on that so we can, communicate more effectively and communicate more with the field, using technology just like this. So I'm super excited about the regular Meet the Owners call that you guys are initiating. That's awesome. And so there is something that actually is really exciting going on here at the corporate headquarters, and that is that we are just about to sign a lease on a brand new building. And so we're really excited. It's really going to take our manufacturing really to the next level. And right now we have 40,000 square feet, but they're in 4 separate buildings. And so it really wasn't working for our team, that we were disconnected. And so we put that as a major objective. We have to get all of our corporate team under one roof, and that's actually going to come true for us in 2017. So we are really, really excited about that. That was something we put our head down and we said, we're going to do it. And it's not cheap to move a manufacturing facility, but we're doubling down on that because we know to increase our capacity, increase our efficiency, because we know that, we've just scratched the surface with what we're doing. I mean, I truly, truly believe that we've just scratched the surface. And as we gather more people together and they understand the message and they're getting out there and sharing this message, because, does anybody know Les Brown, the motivational speaker from here in the U.S., named Les Brown? He had a really awesome quote, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right. This may be paraphrased. But he said that life is about taking territory. Life is about taking territory, because whenever you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want is going to take over. And I mean, isn't that true? Think like you said, like the guys go to the gym. So when you're fighting for it, you're going to the gym every day, it's great. But then you take a break because of, you take a break for whatever reason. And so what you don't want to get flabby. It just kind of naturally takes over. Well, it's the same with our eating. It's the same with our health. We have to continue to take that territory. And I mean, I feel responsible. I know how to gain that ground, and I know how to take that territory. And so I feel like it's my duty and my calling to go out there and share that with others so they can begin to easily take that territory back for themselves, in the form of, health and well-being and really happiness and living a more fulfilled life.
I'm glad that's maybe. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that can show everyone as well. Anyone that's kind of having any doubts or anything about whatever it might be, the way Purium's going or where it's going in the future. I think that statement alone has just proven that Purium is obviously growing very big, growing very fast, where you've got to, you keep increasing the size of people in the factory producing areas. I think that shows a lot of stability and a lot of growth and instills a lot of confidence in us and just everyone that's on the call and everyone. So I think that alone is just massive information on its own, even though it might come across as something insignificant. It's just a building. It shows strength. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. And, one thing I'll just mention, I don't know if, I know I'm friends with several of you guys on Facebook, but please, have your teams feel free to friend me on Facebook, because there's a lot of things that happen over here, that we just put out an announcement here and an announcement there. Like another really cool thing that we got to celebrate a couple weeks ago is that we were named the 41st fastest growing company in LA County. Do you know how many businesses are in Los Angeles County here in California? I mean, Los Angeles is huge, and we were named the 41st fastest growing company. So, like I said, we're just scratching the surface. We've changed a lot of lives, but we're nowhere near complete on that mission.
Well, it's the same over in the UK and Europe, Amy. Obviously, everybody, I think, now is looking at October the 1st, just gone, when the new website and the comp plan was launched, as the start of our business. We're really looking at the start. This is the start of our business now. We've had a bit of a push start, but now this is the start of our business, and we're going to take that territory. We're going to grow. And the guys on this call and other guys, honestly, we've got such an amazing team of phenomenal people over here. They're not just people who want to make a buck. Yeah, we want to make money, but the people in this team are just so passionate about how they want to make it and helping people that, do you know what? That's only going to lead to one thing, and that's going to be massive success. And these guys are going to make Purium a household name over in the UK and Europe. There's no two ways about it. Really are.
Well, I know that you can. You guys are two great leaders over there, and you didn't focus on what you didn't have. You focused on what you had when you didn't have very much, and you got the website on October 1st, and I love that you say it's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to just kind of restart, and it is like the starting ground, but you already have a foundation built there, and you're really amazing leaders, and we're really proud to be associated with you and your team.
Thanks, Amy. Appreciate that. Has anybody else got any questions? No questions. Well, we'll wrap that up there. And listen, Amy, thanks so much for coming on. We'll sort out probably a certain Tuesday every month, like a first, second, third, or fourth Tuesday every month. If we can get you in, you or David, before Christmas, we'll get you in on a Tuesday, and then we'll do a certain Tuesday of every month after that, and we'll do our own via Zoom, meet the owners call, and it's going to be really exciting. So thanks very much for everything you're doing, Amy. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for doing the Million Mile Movement. Thanks for coming on tonight. And thanks everyone who came on tonight, and anybody who's going to watch this Zoom recording. Personally, I think it's been really inspirational. And thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. You guys have a great evening.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.